Hi there, I've got a game for you today and a story. But before I share those with you, I just want to clarify, in case you're thinking from yesterday's video in this programme, she's looking a little different, that actually most of that programme was filmed 6 years ago and now it's 2020. And so I'm sharing some updates with you as we go along. Most of it's rooted in what I would call universal truth, so it doesn't change, which is really cool. And that's why it's things that we practice for life, even though we've called this a 6-week program. These are tools and techniques that we'll embody and use for life. So what's the game? Now, this game is a game to help you cultivate your witnessing consciousness. So ultimately, all of us, as we've been talking about, as this program is about, we are source energy. We are this vibrancy. We're not boxed, we're not bound by all of the things that we've tied ourselves up with. And so this game is about how you cultivate that. And what you do is you just start to ask yourself, how am I feeling right now? And what's my energetic state right now? Here, you're welcoming the experience of yourself as energy, as life force, rather than the boxed ideas that you have, i.e. I'm a body, I'm a mind, I'm my emotions. You're coming into the pureness of your flow of yourself, the true self. So we're going to bring all the things we've been learning through this program into action, if you like. So you're going to create some space where you can observe yourself, and you are just going to ask, how am I feeling right now? What's my energetic state right now? And you're just watching those things, witnessing those things, and seeing what arises. And it's a really fun game to play, because actually in this moment right now, in the pure present moment, you are joy, you are love. There is just, that's it. And all the other stuff is all the other stuff that we put on top. So I'm going to share my first experience of this year. I was on a silent retreat, and it was a 5-day silent retreat, and we're working with this great therapist who we would meet up in the morning, and she would just ask, how are you feeling right now? That was the question. And such a powerful question, because often, we're caught in the past or we're caught in the future, but actually what is going on right now? And we were learning all these lovely techniques to connect with the body and come into flow, many of which I've been sharing with you. So I spent 4 days in a wonderful state, because there was just mostly joy. Odd things would arise, and I would learn a technique for them, and that would flow, and then the joyous state would return. And I was tripping along in this lovely place, and it was really fun. On the penultimate night, I had a bad dream. I woke feeling out of sorts, and I immediately went into my story, my illness story. So you may or may not know, I had the flesh-eating bug. I lost 2/3 of the flesh on my torso. It took a lot of damage to my feet. A big physical hit, a big thing in life to deal with. So I went into that, how bad that was and how awful it was. And I got myself in a right old state. And by the time I got down to the meditation hall where we would meet, I was feeling quite teary. And when she came round to me and said, how are you right now? I said, I'm feeling really teary. And she looked at me, and this one was amazing, because she could just see right through all of the BS. And she looked at me and she said, you can either go home joyful, or you can ruin it for yourself. And I was quite shocked, and I looked at her, and I was angry. I could feel this anger inside of me, but I took it because I was really embracing what we were learning. So I took it, and I looked at her, and I just said, just move on. And she looked at me and she said, are you okay? And I said, I'm just processing this, just move on. And I felt really angry. And then, quite beautifully, we got up to move. It was a moving meditation, so we're just breathing, moving. So I just moved, and I was just breathing and breathing with the anger, and coming out of the story, though, because I took the tools which I've been sharing with you, which were, come into the body, see it as energy, let the story go, breathe with it, and see what, invite expansion. So I was doing all of those things, the 7 steps that I've shared with you. Be open to whatever it might be. And I'm always willing to see, where is this limitation in me? What is this block? What story am I telling? What idea have I got that stops me being in the divine flow of grace? Anyway, all of a sudden, I realised, oh my God, I'm a drama queen. I'm just trying to get attention by using this bad experience, and I'm just being a drama queen, because actually I'm fine. There's nothing wrong with me. Right now, actually, I'm joyous. And I saw this arise and it really made me laugh. And what I love is, so often the hidden places are the victim in us, the part of us that's insecure, the drama queen, all things that we probably wouldn't think that we were like or wouldn't want to be like. You know, those are the biggest places to get to as we allow those to come up. And that when you're coming with this lightness, when this joy, when you're calling, you know, God, source, the universe to hold you, help you, bring the growth for you and the return to peace, it is with such lightness and loving joy that you meet those places that otherwise we keep in the shadows. And so this drama queen, I saw that and it was soft, it was beautiful. I didn't give myself a hard time for a drama queen. In fact, I saw all the times when I'd been a drama queen and had been using that to try and get what you get, you know, because that's what we're doing, isn't it? We're trying to get attention. And then I thought, well, in attention, actually, I'm just looking for connection. That's what I'm really wanting. And actually, if I do it from a place of drama and hurt, I may get some attention, but it's not powerful love usually, and it can be quite negative. Whereas actually, if I'm returning to love and I'm coming forth from an overflowing cup of love for connection, I get connection all over the place. One, because it's deeply within us in this invisible stuff, but it also then is mirrored and reflected back in the world. Beautiful, loving connection. So that's my experience, and I love to play this game on an ongoing basis because to me, when you're it helps you to experience yourself as the greater you rather than the limited idea you have of what you are. So I hope you enjoy the game. Please share you know, any experiences that you have and how it works for you, and I'll see you again very soon. Lots of love.